at the 40, and so here is a kick, a high end-over-end kick, decent kick, which will skip on into the end zone past Dustin Mosier, and it took him think. Here is the snap, and the give goes into the line, and the ball is fumbled, and Roncalli says they have it covered, and the Cavaliers apparently do. They fall on it. I didn't see, but I don't think the Bering Sea. Zach Lundquist under center now for Roncalli will hand it off to Dalton Cox, and he will get a nice block straight single wing I formation on second and 5. And here is the give, and not much there. Sisseton does a good job to fumble on the first play of the game. And now have it 3rd and 5, and Lundquist fumbles the center exchange and will fall on. Will adjust personnel, single wing I formation, Dalton Cox the tailback. And here is the snap to Lundquist, looks to throw, fires it complete. That is Braden Hilton, and he's going to take it in for the score. Lucas Lorenz. It's a tough night to kick the football. Same set, single wing I formation. Lundquist, the snap, will pitch it off to Dalton Cox, turns a corner, and he will tiptoe in for the 2-point conversion. And a 13-yard strike on 4th down. The 2-point conversion good, and the Cavs lead it 8-0. Kickoff, another high end-over-end kick. This will be Taza at the 5-yard line, brings it up the middle, 15-20, and a hard hit at the 23. Great stick there, fumbled on the first play from scrimmage offensively. Here is the snap, and the give goes to the fullback up the middle and up on the line. Grimm, a quick snap, and here is the option. Pitch will come back to Mosier, the tailback. He'll turn the corner past the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. Wideouts each side, a wingback, and now movement in the backfield, and the Taza's going to get called for a false wideout. Backs are split in the backfield, and now here comes a little counterplay to Taza. Turns around the corner, has positive yards out to about the 26-yard line, but not near enough for a first down. A 4-yard pickup will bring up 4th down, and Sisseton now for it. Dropping back is Grimm out of the shotgun, and in motion comes Taza, and they're going to give it to him. He'll turn the corner. Little fake pitch, kind of one of those plays Roncalli runs where you put the wide on this night is a tough proposition. I formation, single wing set. Lundquist the snap on 1st and 10. Will give it off to Cox. He'll turn the corner, 25, 20-yard line on his feet, 15, and will get run out of bounds at the 10 by number 32. It's a great field position. I formation once again. Hilton this time the tailback. And Holzer split wide left. Here's the give. That's to Lorenz, and Lucas Lorenz will bounce it down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for Roncalli at the 5. Lundquist under the center. Will give it off to Lorenz. He's got a nice hole left side, and Lorenz will take it in for the score. A 5-yard TD run to answer his 13-yard TD. I formation, Dan Gallagher wide near side. Here is the pitch. It's going to come back to Dalton Cox. Turns the corner, and again, we'll get the corner, and we'll get in for the score. Lead, 6:55 to go first quarter. Back to Swisher. So the Cavaliers will again boot it away. Kick will come and will roll deep into the end zone, and a touchback will.
But it is predominantly coming from, it looks like, the north.
Yeah, Sisseton running 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Logan Grimm, the quarterback, fakes the handoff. This will break off the line. Wingback set, and here is the handoff to the wingback, and nothing doing there. As crashing into the back of the offensive. Well, Sisseton will show a little spread here out of the shotgun. Logan Grimm will take the snap and will give it off to Braden Taza, who was the man in motion. They try to run a little counter play here again. 4th down, 16 yards to go, and Logan Grimm, the quarterback, will roll to his right and will throw it up, and nothing doing there as it sails out of bounds with 5 minutes to go first quarter. I set once again, and looking to pass is Lundquist, rolling to his right. He'll put it up over the middle, complete to Lorenz at the 5, spins, and will get in for the score. And a nice grab by Lorenz, and then a nice little spin move to make some extra yardage happen, and Lorenz is in for his 3rd touchdown tonight.
And that was a heck of a pass by Zach, too, because he was starting to get a little pressure and stayed calm, kept his eyes downfield, followed the open receiver in Lorenz, and did a good job of getting it to him.
And Aberdeen game. Lundquist under center, I formation behind him. And the pitch will come off to the left, and Cox couldn't handle the pitch back. Ball is on the ground, and it will be no good. Get away. Sam Van Orman will approach the football, and a high end-over-end kick will be fielded at the 5 by number 3, I believe. That is Jalen Cordell. Cordell will take it out to the far sideline, and 18 guys out there on the other side of the line. Here's the snap, and a little bit of a looked like a little bit of confusion in the backfield, like a Bering Sea storm out there. It is just nasty. Here is the handoff, and the give on a little counter play, I think, goes to Tassa once again. Might have been Cordell, too, from the linebacker spot. Sisseton now showing split backs, and the give will come into the backfield. That's a new carrier. Youngblom, the big three.
Master Premium
Power.
Fuel.
Well, on fourth down, Sisseton will go for it with a power set. Youngblom out of a three-back I formation carries it into the line, but nothing there. And I think that Sisseton not confident enough to have anything happen and elect to go for it. Here's a handoff. The give is to Dalton Cox. He's got room inside the 10, on his feet, puts his head down, and just bowls over the defender in for the score. Dalton Cox, a 25-yard touchdown run. And again, Cox made the play, and the Cavs again will line up for the two-point conversion. I formation, single wing. Here is the give to Lorenz on the left side of the line. He'll dive in and is in for the score. Lucas Lorenz, a two-point conversion in this first quarter. And again, the short field does nothing but help the Cavaliers' cause. 30-0 Cavs. 3:07 to go first quarter. Roncalli will kick it away again, and this one will go into the end zone, and that will be another touch. Line it up here with split backs in the backfield, a wing back, and Grimm now will move the running backs into the I formation. Tassa the tailback, Mosier the fullback, and Tassa will get the handoff and will move ahead for a couple out to about the 22. Pressure on a fourth down play. Wide outs each side of the line now, and here is the give. First man through, I believe, was Mosier.
Now he's got his hands out of him. We'll see if they
spread formation, four receivers, and they're going to run the man in motion and give it off, but nothing there. A loss of 4 yards on the carry. The ball go for it. Two backs in the backfield. Grimm under center will keep it himself and gets mowed under. The defensive push actually overran him, and then coming back to get right. That's helped them to this 30-0 lead. Cavs will show a little spread here. Braden Hilton, the lone setback. Lundquist under center. Will give it off, and Hilton will turn the corner. Gets there, 10-yard line. 5 cuts back, puts it down, and in for the score. Wow.
Good speed by Braden. He actually had a defensive guy right with him, but just turned the extra jets on and went right around him.
And another one-play drive, the third one-play drive for the Cavaliers. But again, Roncalli has themselves a large margin now of cushion. I formation, and Lundquist will look to throw it on the two-point conversion, and the ball tapped away. They were looking for Hilton. Good coverage over there by Sisseton. I believe that was Corbin Birch who knocked the ball away. But at any rate, Cavs advantage all night long. And the Cavaliers, Sam Van Orman, will have yet another kickoff here in this first quarter of play. Here's a high, shorter kick. It's going to bounce into Mosier's hands at the 15-yard line, 24, and he is wrapped up there by a host of green and will be brought down in his tracks. Split off the line, split backs behind him, and here is the give, and that goes to Youngblom. Wyatt Youngblom, the three break the huddle. Wyatt Youngblom in the backfield, and they'll fake the give to him. Nope, they do give it to him, and he'll dive ahead out to the 30-yard line. Again,
insured and bonded. Money stays in Aberdeen, not somewhere else.
Well, Sisseton on third down will run it into the wind, and Youngblom will get the ball carrier. And my apologies, I called a quarter timeout. Also dropping back is Lane Holzer. The snap kind of floats back to Tassa. He got a rush and will get the kick off. It's going to angle off to the sideline. McNary grabs it at the 38-yard line. On his feet, slips a tackle. He's now past midfield and is going to get brought down at the 47-yard line. A nice return by McNary.
And way to go.
3 times they've touched the ball. I formation now, 1st and 10. Lundquist under center. And here is the give, and it goes to Dalton Cox, and his hole was taken away, so Cox reverses field and will put it down and run to the left sideline and gets run out of bounds at 35. Dan Gallagher splits wide right. I formation behind Lundquist. Here's the snap and the give to Hilton, and he's got a little hole to work with. Bounces free of one tackle, but still on his feet.
Oh, wow.
Slips free and reverses field. He's at the 30-yard line, 25, 20, cuts it back, and will be brought down at the 18-yard line. It looked like that was going to be stopped for a yard or two.
Oh, you bet. He I don't know how. I know he had somebody on his ankle, and yes, he did.
Formation. Lorenz, the wingback on the right side of the line. Here's the give. And, that is Dalton Cox, and he will bring it back against the grain. 5-yard line, and again just pushes the defender back and goes in for the score. An impressive drive. 3 carries by the Cox and Braden Hilton, and they cover a lot of ground in a short period. Cavaliers will spread it with Lorenz and Cox on the right side of the line, Gallagher near side, and here is the give to Hilton, and he'll turn it in, trying to push and get in, and they do get it on the fourth or fifth effort by Braden Hilton, and maybe a little help to push him through, but Hilton deep backs are pushed way up, not expecting much of a kick here, and here is the low line drive, hits an up man, and then Sisseton will wisely fall on it and take it at their own 40-yard line. A line drive screamer 10 out of the shotgun, a four-receiver set, excuse me. And now in motion, floating out of the backfield is Mosier. Grimm will take the snap and will try to keep it himself and gets pummeled and thrown for a 3-yard loss.
Boy, he hit.
Will go from under center and will drop back to throw. A 3-step drop and again gets brought under as a big push again by that Roncalli front five. Gets there in a hurry, and Grimm can do nothing with it. And a scrum for the battle, or for the ball, the big 325-pounder. 3rd and 18. Grimm will give it to Youngblum, getting the direct snap out of the ball. And here is a pass downfield, and it goes incomplete, intended for Cornelius. And will line up to punt. Tassa will get the snap and will hurry the kick away. This one a knuckleball, and McNary will catch it at the 40 and brought down immediately. And it'll be Roncalli.
And power points. Big game for that as well.
And so Roncalli will line up the I set once again, and the give will go to Cox. Slips out of a tackle, past midfield, and he may be gone. 40, 35, 30. Cox is pulling away. 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. And the referee, I think, may have gotten mixed up in the fray back at the line of scrimmage. Dalton Cox takes it in for the score. Nobody, I don't see any flags on the field. And again, an official was on his back at the 45-yard line. Cox, the tailback, and he will get the give, will stop and will cut in, and does get in for the score. So Dalton Cox does it all, and here has Van Orman will kick it and will have it picked up by Tassa at the 25-yard line, brings it middle of the field, 30, 35, and wrestled down at the 37-yard line. Along with Tassa, and Mosier is the wingback. Here is the snap. It goes back to Youngblum once again. He's going to put it up in the air, and the pass is intended over there on the far sideline, I believe, for again in the backfield. And this time the snap goes to Grimm. They'll give it to Youngblum. He'll move the pile a little bit out to about the 41, maybe 40. Tassa and Youngblum split in the backfield. Mosier is the wingback over on the right side of the line. Snap will go to Grimm, and again they'll give it to Youngblum, and he'll try to push his way ahead, but stop short of the 45-yard line, about another 3-yard carry at their own 44. Again, Youngblum in the backfield with Tassa. Grimm under center. Will take the snap and will play action pass up over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. Pass intended for.
Oh, he's at center. My apologies.
Okay.
He's at center.
And I think Roncalli's calling a time. Sisseton 49. I formation. Lundqvist will take the snap and will give it to Dalton Cox, and he gets met immediately. Used to, and the Cavs now will line it up here. 2nd and 15. Lundqvist the snap. Will roll to his left and will tuck it away himself, puts it downfield. He's at the 44-yard line, brought down at the 43 for a gain of 6.
Good.
Cavaliers will again stay in that I formation. Lundqvist fakes a handoff, looks play action pass, rolling to his right, and now will fire it downfield and looking for Hilton and throws it away incomplete. Looking for a spot is Spencer Schaepower. Now he'll set up on the right tackle slot. And here is the snap, and looks like a fake Cavalier special. They're going to run it to Holzer. Holzer will try to turn the corner, turns it upfield, and is going to be stopped just short of the first down. We'll check the spot. He's close. As you look at it here, Holzer might have gotten the 9, and do they give it to him? Roncalli up 52-0. And if it stays like this game will be called at half. Here is the snap, and the give goes to Hilton inside, bounces out of a tackle, and then trying to break free is going to get brought down for a loss. Could be the last game action for a while. 2nd and 15. Cavaliers, a quick snap, will pitch it back off to Dalton Cox. He'll get around the corner, turns it upfield 35-30, slips a tackle 25, and brought down at about the 22-yard line, very near a first down. And in fact,
Position.
okay. Roncalli will put Lorenz at the tailback spot this time. They'll run the same play to the left. Lorenz will get the pitch and will have a block. Turns it 15-10. Gets inside the 10-yard line and is run out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Will line it up wide right. Gallagher, strong right formation out of the I. And Zach Lundquist will now get up under center and will pitch it back off to Anthony Andera into the football game. Andera at the 5 will cut it up, and Andera goes in for the score. And 8-yard TD run for Cavs will line up a little wishbone look out of the backfield. Lundquist will take the snap, and the give will go left, and that is Lucas Lorenz taking it in for the 2. And so a 60-0. I'm sure we'll probably have some new faces going out in spots. And now Roncalli will again boot it away. Van Orman will kick it. A short squibber at the 30, and it's loose on the field. Tassa overruns it, and the dive for the football, I think Tassa did get back to it. Good effort. Shows spread here, 4 receiver set. Grimm under center. Play action pass. Looking to throw, puts it up in the air, and has it completed to Cornelius, I believe. And Cornelius will get up for an 11-yard reception and the first down of the night. Again, spread set. Grimm looking to throw, will fire it up. And the pass for Tassa is way overthrown and nearly picked off by the Cavaliers. Hold Sisseton as the Redmen will break the huddle. Again, showing that spread set. And a big rush coming, and Grimm will force it up into the air. And a good effort made there by Braden McNary, and McNary comes up with the pick. McNary made a late break on the ball, went down low to get it, and comes up with the grab, and Roncalli will get it at the Sisseton 38.
That was one of the biggest.
It's the tailback, and fullback, I'm not sure who that is, but at any rate, here is the give to Cox. He will get ahead for some positive yards, down to about the Summers will get up under center, 2nd and 7. Here's the give, and it goes to Garvin up the middle, and Garvin is going to get ahead for a first down to the 25-yard line. Everybody's going to be happy to get out of here early tonight. Under center, Summers will take the snap, and the give goes to Colton Cox, and nothing there, and he's going to get pushed backwards, and the whistle blows, stopping the play. And with this win here tonight, we'll grab a share at least of the Northeast Conference. Here is the give inside to Garvin, and he gets back the yardage lost on that last carry. A 7-yard 60-0 win over Sisseton. And again, I guess it's our halftime/post-game wrap brought to you by Aberdeen Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Dr. Thomas Harbert wants to get you back in the game and improve your quality of life. Game called at halftime. Roncalli does it again. 2nd consecutive week of at least 60 points. A 60-0 win over Sisseton here tonight. Joined by Coach Terry Dosh, who is more than a little wet. Coach, I know it's nice to just, on a night like this, get this one over with and get home and get warmed up.
Well, that's true. It was not the most pleasant evening, but it's always a little bit more palatable if things are going your way, and obviously they did. That was a great effort by our kids, and we talked about coming out. We would like to have the wind at our back and kick and pin them, and everything that we talked to the kids about came to fruition during that, and that was just the whole field position thing, and I thought our offensive line did a nice job. Got some creases. Our backs ran really hard.
They did.
And, it was, I don't know, it was kind of one of those things where if you jump out on them early like that, you can just kind of tell that maybe the wind is going out of the sails and takes a little fight out of them. And, our kids just kept their foot on the pedal, and, away they went. We didn't do anything too fancy, a couple little bootleg passes and stuff in there. But other than that, just come off the ball, and we talked about controlling the line of scrimmage and getting off the ball, and we did that. And we talked about, our backs can't get tackled by one guy. You got to run through the tackles, and we did that. And so...
Well, and a credit, too, to the kids. I mean, these kind of games, I think, are hard to just keep that intensity the whole time. This 2nd week in a row, they've done it. But, again, let's get out of here,
Yeah, we talked about, the weather and things. And, I told them I got a text from a former player and kind of talking about the conditions and things, and said, well, tonight's the night, whether or not you find out you're kind of a bad boy or if you're a candy boy. So, we talked a little bit about that, and I thought our kids, rose to that challenge and didn't let the elements affect them. And again, that's easier when things are going your way, and we talked about that. So, it's a good effort. We're real pleased with that. Hats off to our kids.
Sure, and again, you want to keep it rolling. A bye next week. Well, the first time ever the Cavs have had a mid-season bye. So,
Yeah.
So how do you approach that for the first time ever?
Well, we'll have to think a little bit about that. It's kind of like after putting things together the last couple of weeks, almost like, well, I'm not really sure we want to buy.
Yeah.
But, we'll probably give them at least one day off this week and just do a lot of real fundamental stuff. I'm sure they won't like to hear this, but this is a great week to do conditioning because you don't have to worry about whether or not you're tired for a game on Friday night. So, we'll just continue to work hard. We'll give them a day, and then we'll kind of get back into our normal routine. So.
Right, and again, you're right where you want to be at this stage of the game. So do you go out and scout a little next week, or what do you do with that?
Well, I imagine we'll probably try to see if we can't get a look at Sioux Valley. I was kind of wishing maybe they're playing in Jamestown because Northern plays in Minot on Saturday. It's a long drive from Volga to Minot.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll kind of have to see how the scouting goes. That's one other thing, though, with film and, a lot of people are on huddle and stuff, it makes it a little bit easier to scout. You don't necessarily have to go and sit out on an evening like this with pen and paper. And
Yeah. Not like the old days.
Not like the old days. Things have changed. Good thing I got Coach Breeze. He knows the technology stuff. I just say, when's the film going to be up? I can push play, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Terry, again, congratulations. A nice win here tonight. Good-looking night. I had 240 yards rushing, and like you said, every single kid that touched the ball really ran it hard tonight.
Yeah, they really did. You look at the whole group, and it's like, gee, we got it. What are we going to run here? We haven't gotten Hilton a touch yet, and he's been kind of getting out there and blocking on those tosses and powers, and we got him. Then we bring in sophomore Anthony Andere, and he runs really hard, and he scores, and little Alex Garvin pops a couple of runs there. So yeah, everybody did a nice job.
You bet. Congratulations. Enjoy the week off. We'll see you in a couple.
All right, thanks, Scotty.
Thank you, Terry Dosh, head coach of the Cavaliers. Again, all Roncalli here tonight. Go ahead.
Hey. I don't know if anybody out there knows this, but Mark Stone is a half a century old tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So, if you see him, just ask him what the name of his dinosaur was.
That's why they're having the parade in town. I wasn't sure about that, but Stone's going to get that. All right, 50 years young. Good for him. All right, that's our talk with Coach Terry Dosh. We're going to be back to recap the stats and the scoring summary here tonight. Again, our post-game stats tonight brought to you by Aberdeen Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Dr. Thomas Harbour. Back to wrap it up from Swisher Field after this final 2-minute timeout.